Check, check. All right.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Tucson, Arizona. This is your Tucson crew, Kiana Watchman and Blake Schaefer, and we got a great game ahead of us. We got University of Arizona against South Carolina in a non-divisional game. Blake, what do you have to say about this game?
Well, I think it's going to be a pretty close game, to be perfectly honest with you. South Carolina won a championship, what was it, 2 years ago, I think? And they're hot right now. They're 4-0 in the last four games. Arizona's played well, too, obviously, just coming off that win against UCSB.
Mhm.
Um, you can't, South Carolina team is
Mhm.
solid. And it's a team that's obviously on the other side of the country.
Mhm.
We don't know anything about them except what film we've seen.
It's going to be fun watching some East Coast lacrosse against West Coast. In my opinion, I feel like they're two completely, not completely different games, but there's different things about them. So I think we might see a little bit of that today.
Yeah, well, looking at the roster, they're mostly all Atlantic states, a couple Texas and a Pennsylvania, but otherwise it's just all Atlantic states, East
Hmm.
Coast players. So,
Yeah. I'm definitely not surprised. East Coast, it's like football over there. So lacrosse is like football. So definitely something that's serious over there. And it's growing over here too, which is really awesome. I think that there needs to be more West Coast teams. And luckily we have the University of Arizona here to represent.
indeed. So, we got to go through the ceremonial lineup out here, and then we're going to get right into the face. Rough.
Not as big of a crowd out here today as there was last game against UCSB. Of course, I didn't expect too many South Carolinians to be out here to watch this game, so hopefully we'll get a few more audience members today. It's a beautiful day out.
Oh, it's picture perfect Arizona weather right now.
Hmm.
This is what we get in the springtime. It's why it's just what everybody writes at home about.
Yeah, this is why people move to Arizona. University of Arizona head coach is Matt Blamey, and South Carolina's head coach is Peter Candela. And we're just gonna
Uh,
get ready for this matchup.
All right, let's see how Hunter Kirby's going to do. He's his face-off
Mhm.
percentage is phenomenal. It's at where are we? About 60%, I believe, is where he is right now.
Yes, Hunter, a very solid,
62%.
yeah, very solid midfielder. Well, I'm not midfielder, but face off, and he's always there for those. It's really fun to watch him. All right, with the face off. Wow. Straight to University of Arizona. What a great face off. We'll see if they maintain possession here. Okay, South Carolina coming up with the ball.
Well, Luke Helmus, he had it flipped out to him. It was just a
Hmm.
short hop on it and got the best of him. That guy usually is a first-time ground ball every time.
Hmm.
He just got a little bit shorted on that one.
Just shaking out some pre-game jitters. All right. We got South Carolina setting up here. Definitely, they have a very huge spread, which I see that a lot in East Coast lacrosse.
Well, they're going right into their offense here. Um, you'll notice that Arizona will take about 10 seconds to 15 seconds each time they get the ball on a settled possession.
Hmm.
These guys are going right into it.
Working the back of the net. I mean, really, just the whole field at this point.
Oh,
Oh,
nice
some
check.
great defense from number 5 on University of Arizona. Not being able to come up with it, but still, it was there. And that was from number 5, Garrett Landmark. Oh, and a rip and bounce shot in the bottom right corner just got through.
It was fundamentally an excellent shot,
Hmm.
delivered from up high off the ground, went in the goal about mid-range and mid-height. All right, well, Arizona's going to have to respond to that. Their
Hmm.
defense is actually, I think, strong point of the team. They'll recover from this,
Yeah, I definitely have to agree on that.
and it is only the first goal.
All right, so we got Loudon Ridge Sunling there in the midfield, Hunter Kirby. And who's on the end there? 31?
I believe it is.
That's going to be Kyle Truitt. Oh, wait. Yeah, Kyle Truitt. Oh, 37. 37.
Keegan Clark.
Keegan Clark. I was going to say, that's a defender. All right. Arizona moving this one up. That was a quick clear, and we're hearing for them to set it up, so they're definitely going to slow this ball down. And
Well, it's a long shot clock,
mm-hmm,
actually, so they like to take a little bit of time off of it.
mm-hmm.
He's got a step on him there.
Oh, ball down. I think the U of A team also knows how important possession is in this specific game. And as you can see there, they just lost it. So we'll see what the Gamecocks do with this.
That guy's a takeaway artist. He
Mm-hmm,
knocked the ball out of his stick twice down that
mm-hmm.
possession on that one series.
So we got number 66 for the Gamecocks, Nathan Wolf. Number 0, Casey Hurley. And number 33, Kyle Anthony. They're just going to toss this ball around here. And big, I guess you can kind of see this too, but they're passing all the way out into almost the midfield, and that's one thing about East Coast lacrosse that I've always noticed is how spread out they play.
Well, with more room, there's more to do.
Mhm. Really working their defender from the top there, 92, Matthew Mayer. On a shot, and that was off goal.
Well, they have a strong scoring midfield. They're out of the top three scorers, two of them are midfielders. Watch this number 66. He's a left-handed freshman, and he's very good. There he is,
Yeah.
sweeping around,
Oh,
gets
and a
the shot
shot.
off.
Who doesn't love a lefty on their lacrosse team? Everyone loves having lefties. All right, from the back of the net, they're going to crease roll, and that's in. The crease roll was successful for number 88, Jack Gargulio. And I definitely have to say, the South Carolina team definitely has speed. They know when to slow the ball down, and they definitely know when to speed it up. So the defense is going to have to, adjust to that. There's going to be a timeout called.
Well, I don't think that's a bad idea. The
Mm-hmm.
defense is looking a little bit unsettled right now. They're going to have to just they got the talent to handle this. They're
Mm-hmm.
just going to have to mark up better and focus.
And definitely with this being an out of division game, it's kind of hard. I mean, you and I we know a little bit of what to expect, but not fully. So it's going to be really interesting here to see kind of how the rest of this game pans out. I think one of the coaches for U of A was a prior South Carolina player.
Yes, he assistant coach last year, and he's not with the team this year. But yeah, you're absolutely right.
Yeah, so a little bit of history with these guys. But luckily, we have a talented coach kind of on our side.
Well, last year he was the offensive coordinator. This year, Eric
Mm-hmm.
Bassett is running the offense for the University of Arizona.
And I guess we'll see what Eric Bassett has planned for these guys once the offense gets the ball here. Hunter Kirby again in the midfield with the face-off. We'll see who comes up with that. It's a ground ball, and there's going to be call. They're going to give that to Arizona.
It's a hold.
And Connor Detloff has the ball. And he's going to run off the field as the next midfielders come out and get the ball settled.
So we got Eklund, Zapinski,
Mhm.
and Sundlin in on the midfield.
We have Cooper Rainey as an attacker. Number 33 is also Gunnar Hinden.
Yeah, they're not holding the ball back at X like they did that first possession. It got taken away from them.
South Carolina must have been watching some film.
There he goes.
And a shot from the top, and that is saved.
Well, we know the goalie's seeing the ball well for South Carolina now.
And here comes the clear. Very quick clear up.
Good
to
transition.
The top. Mm-hmm. All right. And again, an eyeball on number 66. Oh, and the ball's down. We'll see if we get a defensive pickup from that, and there's going to be a flag. Or
no, it's just I think he just called a push.
Push? Okay. In University of Arizona's possession here. Garrett Lawson in and Ethan Messer.
And McKernan just in with the ball.
Messer trying to work from the top here. U of A is going to need to have a little bit more movement here to score a goal. I do like that they're working their defense, though, from the top.
That's a turnover. Unforced.
Mm-hmm. And the South Carolina sideline is hyped up about that one as their team gets
let's
possession
see if they
of
can
this.
make an effective ride here.
Pass off to number 27.
They handled that well.
Yeah, it seems like they really like to weave the ball around there in the midfield to just keep that constant ball movement going. Bringing in number 16, Jaden Mullins.
Well, that movement assures that somebody's going to be open. There we go. Dodge down the alley. Shot.
One shot, and that's way off goal.
Well, it's been down on this defensive end for Arizona most of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Scores reflecting it, too.
South Carolina's definitely won the possession game so far.
Oh, there's a nice knockdown.
Yeah. Working in the back. That was great.
Excellent.
From 0.
Excellent.
Brendan Berry.
Brendan Berry with a great on-ball takeaway there.
It's always really nice to have those defenders in the back that can make those plays.
Trouble here.
Ooh, and he's got triples on him. Oh.
That's good recovery. Arizona got back in there, and
Dang.
It was very unsettled there when that happened.
Mm-hmm.
But giving South Carolina yet another chance on O.
Right. From the back. There's going to be a rip from the side, and that was on the outside of the net. Brandon Berry with the ball.
Loudon Ridge with the ball, bringing it down.
They're trying to get a fast break, but
I don't know. They're
that?
calling out a goal. It popped
Awesome.
out. Maybe it went through the net. Let's see, guys.
Let's see if they give it to
Better
him.
check that net there, ref. Oh.
Yeah, and that goal is going to go to Carson Kraft, number 7. Wow, a great look there for number 7. Good to get U of A on the board, and hopefully that gives U of A a little bit more pep in their step.
Okay, so that was Carson's goal.
Yep.
Pretty much unassisted, I would
Yeah.
say.
Middle here we got Connor Detloff, Kirby, and is that 15?
Helmsy over there.
Yep, Helmsy. Luke Helmsy. Seems like they're still reviewing this last.
Oh no,
Or are they just tying it up?
there
Tying
is
it
a
up?
problem with the net.
Yeah.
Billy Schaefer out there to fix it.
What a guy.
Yeah, somebody's got to do it. That's the second one I've seen this season.
Yeah.
Second net that's been popped open.
What'd we see? In the first game, I think, against USC, I think we saw a hole from that game.
I don't know if it speaks more to Carson's strength on the shot or the sunrod on the nets.
I mean, with the Arizona sun, I'm blaming it on the sun rot.
It's usually the case around here.
Hey, the heat is no joke. Luckily, we get to have these evening games when the sun's, wearing down a bit. Okay, we can proceed
All right,
now.
and the face-off.
Oh,
Nice push out.
beautiful.
That's an excellent face-off right there.
Connor with the ball. Oh, and he tries to go for a shot.
Yeah.
I mean, not a bad idea. It was right there.
Well, the D-Middy's got the green
Yeah.
light. If he's got a decent shot, that was a decent shot.
Mhm.
Wasn't on net, but no mistakes there. All right, back in here is Pinsky's got the ball, bringing it down the right side. Ooh, that was almost
Yeah.
out of bounds.
Oh. Kraft in the back. And we got Eklund up atop.
All right, Zapinski's really the best instigator out on the field. He'll make some happen. See, he's got to step
That
on
was
him right now. They're
yeah.
going to have to come to him.
Great spin move. Oh, and will Carson get another one? Oh, and he tries for another one off net again.
Not sure what the ref's talking about back
I
there.
think the goalie got hit. Looks like he's adjusting his helmet. I wonder if he got hit on the follow through or if someone collided with him. I'm not sure.
Well, he's a goalie. He should just brush it off and play on. That's what goalies do. Nothing hurts a goalie until it hurts so much you'll watch him cry. And that's about the truth.
We got some movement in the back. Oh, and a drop ball again. And
it's not a break, but that's another turnover.
all right, Gamecocks with the ball, and they're going to bring that up to the top. And what I've noticed a lot is they really keep 66 here on this right side.
Yeah, because he's a lefty. And, yeah, he's going to be posting up there all game.
And
he's a freshman, too, so he's a pretty good ball player out of New York.
Oh, New York area. Interesting.
Rexford, New York.
Some great communication here from South Carolina's offense.
Well, with these headphones on, I can't really tell what they're talking about. I can't really tell who is talking.
Oh, a shot and bounce shot was a little too much juice. It seems like they really do try to do that ISO play from the backside so they can do a crease roll. They just tried that there, but luckily our defense was good. Ooh, great sprawl out.
Did Jaheim get his foot on that shot?
I think he either got his foot or he got his net. He got something on it.
He didn't get his stick over there, but his foot was out. It looked like it got deflected there.
Yeah. I,
Uh,
I think I'd credit that one to
yeah,
him for
give him a
sure.
save. Give him a save.
Right.
Oh,
Oh, and a cut
oh.
towards the middle.
Yeah, you
And
don't see that happen off. That
yeah.
was a mistake, a little bit of not paying attention, and that left got cut on.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I don't know if he turned his head or something and he just used it to his advantage, but
well, South Carolina showed up to play ball tonight.
hmm yeah, they didn't travel all this way for nothing, that's for sure. Okay. We still have Kirby there taking face off. Garrett Lawson.
And Keegan Clark on the wing as LSM. That's another good face off there. Oh, I can pick it up.
Thanks for being my eyes down there. I can't see. I don't know why I can't see that far. And another pickup for
Bottom,
South
bottom.
Carolina.
No, I'm just talking. I'm trying to coach him. He was hanging his stick down at the bottom. It was what he should have gone for.
Your inner coach is coming out, inner player. By the way, if you guys didn't know, Big Schaefer, lacrosse alumni from the University of Arizona. I won't tell you what year, but
There were reptiles the size of a house back then. I think they're called dinosaurs.
all right, from the top as they're trying to dodge that. Oh, and there's gonna be a whistle.
That's another shot. A pretty good shot.
I'm gonna give that to University of Arizona for possession.
I don't know. I guess somebody was back. Must have been.
That or did the game clock run out?
Man,
I think it ran out. All right, 32 coming up with the ball.
that's
Rocco.
Rocco Schramm.
Oh, big hit from him, and there's the
That
flag.
drew a flag. It
Yeah,
was too high.
yeah, he hadn't landed his feet on the ground yet. Man, that's a big hit to shake off.
Yeah, that hit would have been legal back in my day.
That's number 17, Carter Smith. Carter Smith, fun fact, he is from my hometown, Boise, Idaho. He actually played at a rival school. So a little bit of Idaho lacrosse in here.
Well, the South Carolina guy couldn't help it there. It was
He
such
was
a
he
setup.
wanted it.
A little bit of a buddy pass there.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with that.
So this will give Arizona an opportunity to get their man up, and they need to score.
hmm
All right, so at the 3:33 mark in the game, Arizona behind 3-1 to South Carolina in starting a man-up offense.
Great opportunity for U of A to score here with that man up opportunity. Ooh, great pass. Um,
Oh, the refs have to talk about what happened there. No goal.
they're going to say no goal, I believe, is a crease violation.
Gunner didn't really have a good angle there.
Yeah, no, I was surprised that that even made it in the net at all.
Bottom, bottom.
A lot of physical contact today, which I do not mind seeing, but I've seen a lot of it so far. There's going to be a timeout. I think this is going to be a very physical game.
Well, I didn't like that man up play. The man up play, you don't want to see somebody doing a dodge and dive across the crease.
Yeah, I agree. You want to hold on to that possession and take advantage of that opportunity. Really.
Well, you want to open up a guy up in front of the net so he can get a shot on a big part of the net.
hmm
Coming in from the side kind of takes away the man up advantage.
Well, and U of A, they're not very used to being down all that often, especially at the beginning of the game. I feel like they often take the lead in the beginning, and so I think that there's a little bit of jitters here and a little bit of anxiousness trying to tie the game up. Okay. 19's going to start out with the ball. Luke Tilden.
Well, they're doubling right off the bat because they
Yep.
can. Oh, he's out.
Oh,
That's a
yep.
great play.
That was great by number 0 again.
Brendan Barry.
He's been on one today.
He's making his presence known today.
Yeah, he's been working that backfield for sure. I think that's his second turnover at least of the game. All right, we got Messer, Sunling, and
Sapinski.
yep.
Oh, they got a catch. You can't drop it
Man.
like that.
Okay, and we got Sunling with the ball. Someone used to the pressure and the physicalness. I think UofA should just keep passing this on. They still have 40 seconds at least.
They're having. Let's see what this pole does back there. No, not that time. All right, Sunderland's by himself here. You could do something. He draws
Ooh.
2.
There's just a large physical presence there from South Carolina. And this is going to be a fight for the ball.
Came out well. No, it was white for a moment.
Sheesh. If I was South Carolina, I'd be trying to get that into the circle of the goalie. Ooh, and a great check.
See, that's why I was yelling
From
bottom.
Messer,
He
yeah.
got a hold of it that time.
He almost, that guy almost lost his stick.
Almost a yard sale.
Almost a yard sale. See, that was the word I was looking for. Yard sale. We love a good yard sale.
All right, they're going right into their offense.
Defense is going to have to play quick on their feet. 5 at the top. That's Garrett Landmark.
Yeah, he's 4 yards in the box, uncovered. That's why he took the shot. Arguably a little bit too far out to be doing that, but
I agree. I think that's something else though that I see from a lot of East Coast teams. They take really long shots, really far out shots. And I've seen that on the women's side as well. All right, 0 making a dodge towards the goal. And another shot and a goal.
Yeah, I think he was let alone. I don't think enough respect was being paid.
And that's going to go to number 88. And that player is going to be Jack Gargulio with the goal for South Carolina, making the score 4-1. All right. We'll see if Arizona can get this right off the face-off, and South Carolina comes up with it. Lefty in the back. Oh, and he's wide open. And another shot, number 3, just wide open.
A little bit out of a loss of how he is so wide open there.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. That one's going to go to Connor Egan. That's going to be his 3rd goal of the season.
All right, Arizona's digging themselves a nice hole here right now.
Yeah.
And they're going to have to wake up. Only 10 seconds left in this quarter. Let's see. Hunter with another fine face-off.
Yes.
All right, he's got a.
I thought he was going to take that. I thought he was going to take that one.
I think he should have.
Yeah, I think so too.
Especially given the time.
Yeah, I know he was. Yeah, I wonder if he didn't even look up at the time because that should have been his goal. But so that's going to be the end of the first quarter. 5-1. Cats down. They're definitely going to have to recuperate after this and talk things out and maybe move people around a bit. What do you think, Bake?
They're going to have to make some adjustments. they're just a step slow and they're not paying
Mm-hmm.
attention enough on defense is what I'm seeing.
Mm-hmm.
That last goal South Carolina got, he just snuck on the far side up to GLE. He was wide open, so he just stepped out in front and
Um,
got the pass.
yeah. Have you been have they been playing, has Arizona been playing man defense or zone?
Pretty much man.
Okay, because I'm like, if they're playing zone, I would understand like looking away because you're looking at two men and then them running past you. But if they're just playing man, that shouldn't be happening.
Well, they look a little bit eager to make a slide and to jump guys.
Yes, yes.
And the downside of that is if the other team's aware of this and they're sharp and they're smart, they're going to be able to find the open spot that much easier.
And I will say too, I think why South Carolina's been so successful so far is because of their stick skills as well. They really haven't had as many turnovers offensively, and I think that they're benefiting from that.
Yeah, our stats department is on strike this game, so I don't have the officials, but I think I counted. I distinctly remember two turnovers down on the other end at this point.
Yes, in the same spot, it seems like.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. So I wonder if they are marking up on some of our specific players, specifically um, Carson.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know enough about South Carolina's close D, but
hmm
it appeared in one of those possessions they got a takeaway artist out there that
hmm All right. And there was going to be a push on White. This one's going to go to South Carolina.
no,
Oh,
it's
it's
ours.
push on.
It's
Okay,
Arizona.
perfect. Think Kirby must have gotten pushed.
All right.
Right.
All right, Arizona's starting very spread.
Yeah, see, they're kind of playing kind of how South Carolina does, spread out down into the midfield, bringing in the speed from Loudon Ridge. Oh, and he's still working with the ball. He's got two on him. Cooper Rainey passing this one around. I know Carson wants another goal. Oh, and he's down. Tries to go for the shot and just wasn't on net.
Wasn't a bad shot though. That was a nice
Yeah,
question mark.
will end after falling, you know.
Well, there's an invert here
And we'll
with the
see.
short stick at X. Oh,
Oh,
that's almost a turnover.
luckily, he had no one else there in the backfield. Loudon Ridge with the ball. Oh, and he tries to take it in. Oh, and I think there was a deflection there.
Yeah, I think the
Yeah.
goalie got his stick on it.
hmm
But Arizona backed it up. They got the ball still.
hmm
10 seconds on the shot clock. They're going to have to make it happen now.
Oh, and that ball
Deflected, and
deflected again. Yeah.
that is technically a turnover there.
Limited defense in the midfield here as they're trying to bring people out a little bit quicker. They have a very fast clear. South Carolina does.
They have deer on the midfield, in other words.
Yes. Headlights.
Well, I don't think the headlights have shown on them yet. They're
All right. Trying to work from the top and they're taking their time. Oh,
I think that was pipe. Oh, nice ball movement there.
that ball was off net. U of A comes up with it. Speed from Connor Detloff as he's trying to make his way through.
That's pushed from behind, but
Yeah.
it's going to not be called.
It's hard when you have about four guys in maroon around you. Oh, and a stop. Great stop.
That might have been a sweatpants save.
Yeah. Nevertheless, Jaheim Fritz with a save. That was great. It's good to see him in action again.
All right, Arizona getting new personnel on. Ethan Messer stepping on.
Josh Peterson. And number 34, Jack
Jack McCurran.
McKernan.
Wow, they're giving him his right. Just giving it to him.
Yeah, not a lot of defense there.
There it is.
Great. A rip from Cooper Rainey. Cooper always there for those clutch shots. I feel like pressure doesn't get to him.
Well, he found himself with a little bit of room right there.
Mhm.
Took full advantage of it.
My thing is when Cooper shoots, he typically is always going to make it, and that's what makes him a great player. I feel like he's very consistent. All right. Wow, great pickup from number 37, Keegan Clark. Ball down.
All right, so that one went to South Carolina, didn't it?
Oh, and the guy falls, and that ball is free ball in the midfield.
All right, Gunnar Hendon on the ball. He's just going to hold it up. Arizona doesn't even have any middies out here yet. All right, there's Blake Eklund.
And Logan
A
Skopinski.
little bit of a hidden ball trick, at least from our angle. I expect to see Zbinski. He's gonna run him down the alley here.
Yeah, and do dodge.
Try to draw a double.
Oh, he caught his stick. Those are the
Another
worst.
unforced turnover, unfortunately, for Arizona.
And
They've had, I don't know what the statistician says, but I've got 4 in my mind.
Yeah, definitely
Offensive.
a lot of offensive turnovers.
This should not happen.
Connor Egan, number 3 from South Carolina, that brought that ball up.
I'm running this 1-4-1 at the moment, and there's a turnover.
Oh, let's see.
Yep.
U of A follows that ball out. Perfect. All right, Jaheim's gonna give this a ball off. Ethan Messer with the ball. Oh. And they're doing a little bit of a switcheroo, getting their players on the field. I'm interested to see what U of A wants to do here.
Well, ultimately, I already know what they want to do. They want to score.
They don't want a turnover? They don't want another turnover?
No, they've had enough of those.
All right, Carson Kraft. And he feeds, and it just
into a crowd, I would say. That was kind of a force, but they got the ball back.
Yeah. Way to get there.
There we go. Boom.
Ooh.
That shot was a little bit hazardous to the fans down there in the corner.
Hey, that's why you always got to keep your heads up. It's like softball and baseball.
Yep.
All right.
Oh, he's out front.
Oh, and he goes for the shot, and there's a save.
Ooh. That was a nice save. That was a foot save.
Yeah.
It's one of those saves where he hit his foot.
Yeah.
I don't know if he actually made the movement with his foot.
I like that.
Oh, there's a nice
check.
Was great. Who did that? That's 40?
I think that's Cooper.
Yeah.
Cooper Rainey.
Excellent attackman defense there.
I do like that U of A, they are taking shots. There's nothing more frustrating than a team that's losing the ball and they're not taking shots. So I'm glad that they are taking those shots. From the top, Garrett Lawson.
Nice lift check there.
Yep. Yeah, defense on all levels for South Carolina has been great on all sides of the field. Oh, and we got a check on the back.
That's lucky didn't get a flag on that. That was pretty...
Oof. Man, 17 game battered there from South Carolina.
Yeah, it's going to leave a mark, I think.
A few. South Carolina.
All right, Arizona's defense seems to be a little bit more settled down than at the start.
Mm-hmm.
See if they can maintain it here.
Yep, I'd have to say so myself. Oh, and then wide open again. Oh,
Yeah, see,
it's
this is
close.
this they're,
Yeah,
they're getting
it's
sucked
tight.
over to the other side. They leave that offside guy open, and it can be very dangerous if they can get that skip pass to get through there.
Mhm.
He really should have scored on that.
Yeah.
Oh, he was thinking about shooting
Down.
before he caught it, I think.
Ooh, and a check. Ooh, White trying to come up with the ball, and the Gamecocks still have that. South Carolina passing this one around. See, there's an open guy on that side again. Do you see that?
Hmm.
So I'm wondering what's up with that. Oh, and
There's
a
a nice save.
save, Jaheim.
All right.
All right, let's see what UofA can do with this. Hopefully a strong ride comes out of this because one person can't always run the ball down. Ooh, that was a big hit. Ethan Messer bringing this one up. Using the sideline to his advantage for sure.
All right, that was another successful defensive
Mhm.
possession for Arizona, so that's good to see.
All right, we got Eklund.
Eklund, Sunderland, and Zapinski in there
Mhm.
now.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh. Man, that defender was, he knew. He saw it coming, the invert. Because he was right there. That was basically monkey in the middle, and he was right
I
there.
think there's a little bit of baiting going on out there. He
Yeah.
didn't. He did not cover Eklund very closely,
Uh-uh.
hoping that the attackman would see him being open, but playing in the passing line.
Yeah.
That's what, the fifth turnover?
Yeah. I lost count.
I don't know.
Casey Hurley at the top. He goes for a dodge. He beats his defender. Oh, and he misses the shot. It was outside of the net. Jaheim with the ball. Brendan Barry. Looks like they're going to switch the field.
He's got
You got to do that. I mean, especially with such aggressive defense. Garrett
Garrett loss.
Laughlin.
Yep.
Can you tell we work together? Craft from the bottom.
Ooh,
Ooh, and a missed.
got to catch that
Yeah.
gunner.
See what the flick does. Ooh, and a great check from number 32, White. That check was from Rocco.
Well, I'm glad I'm not running stats because I think there were 2 or 3 turnovers in
Mhm.
that little skirmish there. It's hard to know when you're going to call it as a change of possession or still the scrum continues.
Ooh, and another miss. We got a ball coming after us.
That was just an errant pass, was it not?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it
So
was a bad
that's
pass.
turnover 6.
Gamecocks getting ready out here. Again, just still playing their very level-headed offense, keeping it spread out. Oh, and that defender, yeah, he got right past his defender there.
I think Jaheim got a stick on that.
Mm,
All right, so it's an
let's see
invert
if
behind.
oh, ball's down and a check from Rocco again. Rocco's been great with those checks, and there's gonna be a great double team. Oh yes, great stick by Rocco Schramm again. Man, Rocco's been on fire.
It stays with South Carolina. Got a full clock, too.
Oh, and that's gonna be another goal for South Carolina. Just right there in front of the net. Trying to catch the number on that. Number 0. That's going to Casey Hurley. One of the leaders in goals. He's up there for sure.
Who scored that? Casey Hurley, you say?
Yep.
Yes, he is fourth leading goal scorer or points man on the team. 12 goals, 12 assists.
Points man. The points man. All right, U of A winning that face-off. Connor Datloff bringing this one up. Oof. All right. They're going to slow this one down.
All right, 2:50 left in the game here. Or not in the game, excuse me, in the half.
6-2. Arizona, I don't think they've scored yet this quarter. Oh, actually, they did at the beginning. Cooper scored one at the very beginning. Ethan Messer with the ball, looking for his open man, and he's heavily guarded.
Oh, that's just that shot. He was being checked and just couldn't step into that shot. Just not going to get enough zip on it to.
Oh, and we'll see where this ball goes. Okay, South Carolina's still holding on. Eklund.
That defenseman has some confidence holding the ball. All right, so we got a minute 53 now, 50 seconds on the shot clock. South Carolina working with a 4-goal lead right now, 6-2.
Ooh, and a big hit, and that ball's. Ooh, and they come back up with the ball, and another shot.
Well, the rebound just was like a good pass.
Yep, it was, yep. Worked out in his advantage. I think that's 0 again. Casey Hurley. Well, U of A kind of getting a rude awakening of this East Coast lacrosse style. I think they still have, obviously, this is not a non-divisional game, and they still have a chance at making it to nationals. And out of everything, I hope this kind of just gives them a little bit of a wake-up call of what to expect going into nationals.
I'm afraid the Santa Barbara game may have got the best of them in terms of how much they prepped for this game.
And the ball's a free ball.
Finally, we can call that an Arizona face.
Kirby with the ball, and then passing that off to number 7, Carson. Oh, he's going in. Perfect. Yes.
Carson Kraft, that's his second goal of the game.
Yes, it is. Carson Kraft.
Unassisted.
That was just great, taking in all the hits until he can get to the net, and he made it. So that was great. Definitely showing the toughness and the grittiness of an attacker there.
All right, well, they're holding this 4-point margin.
Oh, and a great flick out to Loudonridge.
It's that easy, huh?
Yeah, right? All right. South Carolina is going to call a timeout. Their first timeout, I believe, of the game. And Arizona in possession of the ball.
Well, I got a minute. How much time? We got 69 seconds on the shot clock, a minute on the game clock.
Right before the half. Luckily, it is only the second quarter, so there's a lot more game to go through.
Well, Arizona's doing so well on the face right now. I'm looking at 8-4 on the face-offs on what I'm keeping track of here. I'd almost make the argument that they go right into their offense and grab a goal right quick, and then have another face-off because they're doing well at the X.
And I feel like Arizona does really well coming off of timeouts. Usually that slows people down. And I think U of A always takes that as a time to kick into gear. So hopefully we can see that before the clock runs out.
Well, the crowd has grown here at Dave Sitton Field.
Yeah. We got some youth laxers out here. It's always fun to have them supporting their teams.
All right, we'll see what the offensive minds have drawn up here. Setting up in a 2-3-1.
Ball at the top. Eklund.
No pressure on them. They're hung up. Now there is. Now there is. Oh,
Ooh, and that was blocked by the defender. Luckily, U of A able to come back up with it, and there's a ball on the ground.
yeah. South
Well,
Carolina is playing real hard right now.
well, South Carolina too, always there for those ground balls.
All right, so we got just 15 seconds left. They're going to call a timeout. Well, there's not going to be much doubt. They're going to get right into the offensive play quickly. They'll have to.
Hmm. Yeah, we'll see if the Gamecocks decide to go up an extra point before the start of the half. Yeah, definitely a very interesting game. Like I said, U of A really hasn't been down this much for a while, and at least on the home turf. And so I think they're really trying to figure out how to navigate this. I think on it's the turnovers though. That's really what's hurting them. The
Oh, it's
turnovers.
definitely the turnovers that they've had this first half. They threw the ball away many times.
The possession in the midfield is there. It's just, yeah. And I feel like I see a lot of heavy defense on the back of the net as University of South Carolina is always on that backside.
They like to work it from X. All right, so they're setting up in a 1-4-1.
Oh, and from the top, the defense is there.
There's a
And the
nice
good shot.
save.
Yeah, save from Jaheim. All right, we got about
1.3 seconds, so
just enough for them to pass this in, but still
that's
needing
really
to
nice.
play some defense.
That's it.
Okay. And that is the end of the first half. The score is 7-3. Gamecocks are up as of right now. And Beak, do you have anything to say before we wrap up this first half?
Yeah, it's time to focus up over there on the Arizona side. They're going to have to take care of the ball better than they did this first half. Their defense is it's hanging in there. I mean, they got 7 goals against them, but how many possessions happened that shouldn't have?
Mm-hmm.
Quite a few.
Exactly.
So, offense just needs to tighten up a little bit. Covet the ball, I was always taught.
Mm-hmm. Yep, definitely just take care of that ball, and I think they'll find a little bit more success. We'll see you guys in the second half.
Weekend, the Arizona State baseball team returns home to host. Hi, I'm Connor Palak from Arizona State University reporting for the Varsity Sports Show. This weekend, the Arizona State baseball team returns home to host the Kansas Jayhawks for their first ever home Big 12 baseball series. C. Now, ASU's ace Ben Jacobs will look to get back on track to open the series after he suffered his first losing decision of the year against TCU. It should be an exciting series as both teams look to improve on their conference records. Arizona State will look to continue their winning ways and stay towards the top of the Big 12 standings. Once again, from Arizona State University, I'm Connor Palak, reporting for the Varsity Sports Show.
Hello, this is Maya Perez from the Varsity Sports Show here to give you a Phoenix Suns season recap so far. As of March 19th, 2025, the Suns hold a 33-37 record, placing them 10th in the NBA Western Conference.
Hello, everybody.
Early
My
in
name
the
is Raymond.
season, the Suns started off with a mix of wins and losses, struggling to find consistency. Then mid-season, they unfortunately went through a series of injuries and tough matchups that led to a challenging period for them, definitely impacting their standings. However, recently, the team has shown resilience, securing crucial victories in order to remain in playoff contention. Three key players to all the victories: Devin Booker, Kevin Durant, and Grayson Allen. The remaining games are critical for the Suns, especially against teams like the Cavaliers, Bucks, and Celtics. Let's see how they do. This was Maya Perez for the Varsity Sports Show.
This is Matthew Singer.
Hello, everybody. My name is Raymond Moreno from the Varsity Sports Show, reporting to you from the University of Arizona. And today I will be talking about the New York Giants in the 2020-25 NFL Draft. And as you can see, I'm a huge New York Giants fan. So I'll be talking about more news coming up. So the New York Giants have the number 3 pick in the NFL Draft. Now they can definitely go multiple ways. Either, for sure, we'll have to either draft a quarterback depending on the status of Aaron Rodgers. And if Aaron Rodgers does sign with the Giants or not, that will definitely impact on who they will draft. They could still definitely go quarterback at the 3rd pick, or they can take a quarterback / wide receiver in Travis Hunter. Now, to see here, it's a difficult thing to do because Joe Shane and Brian Daboll are all on the hot seat for this upcoming season, and they have to perform very well to keep their job. So what the Giants also have to do in the draft is draft some offensive linemen. Offensive lineman is very needed in order to succeed, to help the quarterback have good play, and to build that strong front. So also for the New York Giants, I'd say to have Malik Neighbors get some help in the wide receiver 2 department to really help out because teams are going to be keen on Malik Neighbors and things like that. As for the defensive side of the ball, Joe Shane has definitely addressed in the offseason some secondary players and a couple of defensive linemen to fill out the depth. So if you want to go defense in the draft, you can definitely still take some defensive linemen, or you can also take a couple more secondary players. And for more reporting about the New York Giants and everything sports, my name is Raymond Moreno from the Varsity Sports Show, reporting from the University of Arizona. Thank you, and go Varsity.
This is Matthew Singer from Arizona.
Hi, I'm Connor Palak from Arizona State University, reporting for the Varsity Sports Show. This weekend, the Arizona State baseball team returns home to host the Kansas Jayhawks for their first ever home Big 12 baseball series.
After taking a little bit of a breather there, Bake definitely needed it. Kirby and White's going to come up with the ball here from that face-off.
That positive streak continues.
Yes. We got Eklund in.
Yeah, they're running their first line middies right now. Makes sense. Start of the second half.
Some fresh feet out there after the halftime.
Something tells me they may have been scolded at a little bit.
Yeah, and that's going to be a bounce shot. UofA still coming up with the ball here. All right. Skibinski with the ball. Who do we have in the back there? We have Cooper Rainey in front of the net. Oh, great goal for Loudoun Ridge Sunling. Woo! He dove for that one, caught some air, and it worked out in his favor.
Was that Cooper or Sunland, or was that Cooper Rainey?
That was Sunling. He came around from the back. Looked like it was a crease roll.
Well, he saw he had that opportunity. He got a step on him back in the X, and he just brought it up forward. And
That's the energy you need here.
yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. That's a good sign.
All right. Oh, great. That was great from Kirby. Connor Detloff was going in for the shot. I don't blame him. And it was just a good save. Good save on that. All right, South Carolina. Oh, and another shot from the middle.
Nice save.
Great save.
Just chase it. Just get to the line.
Oh, and they're going to give that to South Carolina. I'm actually pretty surprised. I thought that one was going to go to Arizona. But
I did too.
yeah. I thought Arizona was a bit closer, but it's okay. All right, moving this ball around from the top. All right. I'm really trying to watch and see where they get that play. Oh, and that was not a goal.
No.
Looked like it was, but.
I think they're kind of slow on a rotation here because he was way too open to be that
Yeah.
close.
I'm trying to figure out their offense and as to why they always have that one random person open, on the side. There's a guy wide open.
It's going to go out. That's
Yeah.
going to be a turnover.
Turnover. This one's going to go to U of A. All right. Jason Ward handing that one off to the goalie, and the goalie's swapping the field. Brendan Barry. Defender with wheels. And then Ethan Messer holding onto that ball, waiting for his fellow colleagues to get out there. They bring up number 14. Sorry, not number 14. 34. Jack McKernan.
Ooh.
Looked like that was going to try to be a dive shot, and it was deflected.
Yeah, I guess that's a crease call there. So it's going to.
Oh, the ball's going to go back to White.
Not sure what the call is over there, but
I'm not sure either. All right, Cats hold on to this ball. Very high pressure. Pressure is very tight on these guys. See if they can outrun them with a dodge.
well, Gunner's got the big body. He's just going to.
Yeah, he could definitely take those hits. Passing it off to Garrett Lawson. He dodges. I am liking the ball movement a little bit more for U of A right now.
Yeah, they are playing with more energy, it seems.
I think a lot of the turnovers have happened because people have been holding on to the ball for a little bit too long. Oh, just a missed pass. We'll see what U of A can do. Oh.
It's going to be over and back. That was an unforced turnover, and that's not good to see.
Oh, coming in fast from the sideline. And a rip. Oh my goodness. Beautiful bounce shot that just hit the top left corner.
Well, that was a release low off the ground, and then it went in high. Those are tough to stop. Those are tough to stop.
Yeah, that one, I mean, yeah, like you said, those are some of the hardest shots to. All shots are hard to guard, but that one was just. All right. With the face off, Hunter Kirby's trying to come up with that, and he does.
Hunter's doing great tonight.
I agree. Hunter has really been in control of his face-offs today. Mountain Ridge going in for the shot, and it was missed.
I don't think that fan likes seeing that shot happen so quickly.
Yeah. It's going to be number 55, Logan Skopinski with that ball. Oh, and another great defensive play.
Takeaway.
Yeah, great defense from South Carolina. Oh, but there's a flag. Probably for a hit from Cooper. Bring this one up. All right. right, keep an eyeball. Number 0's in and number 66. Both big scores from today so far. Arizona sticking to their man. There's a guy open on this other side. And a great save from Jaheim.
He saw that one the whole way.
Yeah, that was great. Right into the net. Can't be prettier than that.
I don't think we've seen. Have we seen South Carolina on a man up yet tonight? I don't believe we have.
No, nope. We've been man up.
Yep.
Right, with the man up. We have a drop ball. Really whipping this one around, trying to find an open man right in the center.
Yeah, they're working for an open space.
And you can see they are trying to get that 66 there on the right side so he can have that shot. Missed shot. There's going to be a pause for a ball on the field. Okay, and play game. Still man down for U of A. I will say their defense is playing really good for being man down. And it was just not enough. 66 there with the shot. That's going to be, I believe, a hat trick for Nathan Wolf.
Yeah, he's a ball player.
I mean, man, freshman and lefty, what more could you want? Like, and the fact that he has 3 more years too is just really insane. A lot of potential there for him. Kirby with a beautiful, like we said, it's been beautiful all night. There's been nothing wrong with his face-offs.
No, he's got his game on tonight. That's for sure. All right, let's see. Arizona's going to have to answer here. It was a man-up goal, but they got to answer.
Zapinski trying to.
Here comes shot. No.
Oh. Good check. There's going to be a double team from U of A. Carter.
That's good hustle out there.
Wow, we love to see those plays, especially the defense plays. Carson Kraft coming up with that one.
That's the energy you need to play with.
I really like that aggressiveness. I like the double ride. That was great. That means you want the ball. They're really fighting for it there. Blake Eklund looking for a
pass.
Great! And that was an assist from Blake Eklund to Cooper Rainey. Cooper Rainey with the point.
I would not I disagree with the fan there. Man saying it's not that hard. I don't know if he's ever played.
Right. Sometimes I just want to throw them out there. Give them a couple seconds in the game. But I am happy with that play.
Well, they answered, and that's the important thing to see. They've got a lot more. They're playing with a lot more intensity this second half.
I'd have to agree. All right, and one of the very few lost face-offs.
First one this half for South Carolina.
All right, and they're getting their facilitators back in there. Got to get on 66 a little bit tighter. Definitely don't want to let him loose. Oh, and a dodge in the
There's got a
top.
step on him. All
Yeah.
right, that was good.
It's good defense. Good. Ooh, and a wide open shot in the middle for number 92. And that was Matthew Meyer. That's going to be his 6th of the season. Seems like every time Arizona does answer back, South Carolina does as well.
Well, South Carolina
Back
did a
and
good
forth.
job on that play. The number 2
Mhm.
slide, the 2 slide was a little bit slow to get to him. And when he's 12 yards in front of the net like
Yeah.
that, you got to be there on him. Got to be there.
Yeah, there should be no reason for why someone's wide open right there in the middle. That space should always be cleared unless you have a defender on you. All right, awesome. They're going to give White that ball. Bringing it to the back. Looking for an open player. I really liked when this Arizona offense was, moving the ball really quickly. I think they can benefit greatly from that. Because once you have, once you have more than one defender on you, you're going to lose that ball, and the ball's just getting held on a little bit too long.
It's a turnover.
Cooperini tries to go for the check there. Was not successful. All right, they bring number 16 in, Jaden Mullins. Quick on their feet. UofA is really going to want a turnover here. Oh, and another just right in the middle, man.
Yeah, well, they're getting into what looks like a little bit like a 1-4-1, and then they run it in from the top, dump it out to the wing. A lot of movement on the defense. They left the guy open.
And you know what? That was the same player, Matthew Mayer, who just scored. So they must just be running that same play.
So that gives South Carolina a 6-point advantage with 4:33 left in the third quarter.
So do you think there's just a little bit too much focus on the outside of the defense?
Well, I think South Carolina is doing a good job of mixing things up in there.
Yeah.
They're probably doing different sort of plays off that 1-4-1 to confuse the defense here.
Fast break and a missed shot.
So that was
Thank goodness, a saving grace for U of A.
timeout called, I guess.
Must have. I'm going to guess that is from U of A.
Yeah, there's a lot of energy over there on the South Carolina sideline, and we're not seeing it on the Arizona side at the moment.
Yeah. And that energy on the sideline is just as important as it is on the field. It reflects everything. Yeah, definitely gonna have to reflect here, and I don't know. I know that the defense is getting talked to.
Well, the offense is going to have to take care of the ball a little bit better.
Mhm.
There's already been a couple
Yeah.
turnovers.
Yeah,
This
definitely
half.
no blame on just the defense. That's for sure.
Defense is getting worked hard.
Yeah, I'd agree. And I've been, as a former player, it's hard to be in those situations, especially when you're not benefiting from getting those turnovers when you do have them. So I can understand the frustration from the defense as well. Hopefully they can get back into that same defense and just work on the outsides and the insides. No one left in the middle. All right. 66 is wide open.
Nice dump.
They're splitting. Yeah.
Yeah, they're moving the ball well right
Yeah.
now. South Carolina's moving the ball very well.
Uh-huh. Mm. Yeah, South Carolina has very quick ball movement, and it helps them out a lot. Great save! Jaheim. Do you think Jaheim could do the splits? I think he can.
Didn't he just do it?
Basically, I think he can. I feel like if I asked him, he could. I love it, though. I love a goalie that gets down and isn't afraid to get a little bit dirty there. Looks like they're trying to run something a little bit different. Feed from the
Watch
bottom.
out, who's got that?
I think they're really keeping an eyeball there on number 66, which is not a bad thing to do.
Jaheim with another fine quality save there.
And Jaheim, only a sophomore. He plays like a senior goalie, in my opinion. Oh, and a great
Nice.
fake from Rocco. Man, I'm going to have to give it to Rocco. He's been playing a great defensive game this whole time. All right, Ethan Messer with the ball there on the sideline. Got to be careful back there because that's where I see a lot of the turnovers happening. Oof, missed pass. Intended for number 7.
Would have went off his stick, I guess, and out
Yeah.
of bounds. Turnover.
Intended for number 7, Carson Kraft, and it just wasn't there. There's too much. I feel like they're passing way too much into traffic. There's too many defenders on one player.
Yeah, and you can't throw the ball in pressure.
No, you can't.
It never works.
All right. U of A back down on defense. Staying on their men. It was a good pickup there. Oh. Oh, and they're going to call it. Oh.
Oh, I guess he stepped in the crease.
Looks like that's going to be a crease violation. Celebrating a little bit too soon as U of A brings us.
I don't like how wide open he was on the back side there. They've been working that all game. I don't think Arizona's adjusted low enough yet to that.
Rocco Schramm giving that to number 16, Christian Frey. As they hustle off the field. We got Eklund back in, as well as Skavinsky.
What's up? What's up?
There's a nice look.
Oh,
and a miss.
Man. Just barely missed that opportunity. I think the defense was just right there. I mean, they were playing with the speed. All right. U of A still maintains possession.
What's up?
Oh, and another shot off the net.
It goes to South Carolina.
Man.
They backed it up.
Let's go!
They had some opportunities there.
All right, South Carolina. I'm interested to see what they're trying to do here. Oof. All right.
They're pushing the ball in there.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh,
no
the
time
end
left.
of the third. Yeah, I guess I lost track of time. End of the third. The Gamecocks lead 11-5. U of A unable to answer back. It's been kind of a long game for U of A, especially for their defense.
Well, it's 6-point deficit, 15 minutes of lacrosse to go. It's possible. It's completely possible.
Yeah. It's March. March Madness. Maybe we'll see some March Madness
Maybe
magic.
that's the problem today. Last
Yeah.
night's basketball game.
Too soon, Bake. Too soon. Yeah, that was another really sad loss for U of A.
Well, I think they lost to who I believe is going to be the eventual champion.
Yeah. And I mean, hey, that's not a bad bet to make. Well, and what? A possible first draft pick, too? Cooper Flag?
Yeah, well, he plays like he's in the NBA right
Yeah.
now, and he's a freshman.
Oh my gosh. See, I didn't even know I thought he was a senior. That's crazy. Wow.
You would have heard of him already if he was a senior.
I know. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Yeah, basketball is wild. All right.
All right, let's see if Hunter can keep up his pace here.
We got Kirby, Connor Detliff, and Luke Helmessy. Oof. He got hit as he got that
Oh,
possession.
nice stick work there
Yes.
by Luke.
He's always been great at those ground balls, as you've said. We got the starting lineup back in. Oh, there's a dodge. Looks like his jersey got a little stuck in the stick, and there's a flag.
All right, so Arizona's going to have an opportunity here.
Oh, and a rip. That's going to be a hat trick for Carson Kraft. Carson working for that one. That was a great shot there.
No denying. You give Carson some time and room, and he's going to make you pay. Well, the flag is waved off because of the goal. All right, now it's 5-point deficit, 11-6, 14-12 left in the fourth.
Ooh. Got a 50-50, and South Carolina comes up with it. Ooh, and there's a ground ball. It's going to be a fight to who gets there first. And it's going to be South Carolina. I think that there should have been a little bit more aggression from U of A on that one.
There's a turnover.
Perfect. We love that. And that's Rocco Schramm again. Like I said, he's had a freaking fire defensive game. Jaheim.
Oh, Jaheim finds the open
Yes.
guy.
So quick, he barely had to look up for that. He knew where he was.
All right, so Arizona sets up with the invert at X.
Looks like there's a lot of... They're doing a play with... Oh, yes, a crease roll. And that was just great for Logan Skopinski. I had a feeling that they were either going to do an ice or something weird because there's a lot of movement there in the middle and a lot of plug up, so I didn't see a cut coming at all.
Well, Logan is really pretty good at getting a step on his defender. He does it all the time. You do it from the back from X, you got a real advantage then. He took full advantage of it.
I love a good crease roll. Those are some of my favorite goals for sure. All right. Oh, There was a false start. And
Yeah, Hunter jumped a little bit quick on that one.
South Carolina with the ball. They're going to come back to try and lengthen this lead again after the Cats just got 2 in a row.
Well, the Cats have got it back to the halftime deficit, so played them even so far.
Great defense, some jabbing there from the defense. That's our captain, Sean McDonald, senior captain. Good to see him back in the game. The Gamecocks have gone back out to spreading out really, really far. I feel like they've been playing a little bit of a closer game in this one. This possession it's kept pretty spread. Oh, and another shot right in front of the goal.
I'm not seeing a stick on that stick.
Trying to get the number. Can't make it out. Nevertheless, that's going to be 12-7.
Back to a 5-point ball game, 12-10 in the quarter.
Yeah, South Carolina quickly answering back, and they come back up with this ball. Defense having to quickly set themselves back up.
All right, we can expect to see South Carolina is going to take their time. They're not going to engage. They don't. Well, they're subbing right now, but it's going to be in their best interest to burn seconds.
Yeah, I'm just really intrigued. Like, there's always that person right there in the front. It seems like they must just stack one whole side and then leave that other side wide open. As you predicted, yeah, holding on to that ball. Just playing pass with each other. Oh, and a behind the back. Man, beautiful behind the back.
They're just not playing tight enough in the crease. They're just not on their man how they need to be in front of the crease.
Yep. And that goes to number 0 again, Casey Hurley. That's going to be his hat trick of the day.
Too many uncontested passes to the crease.
Yeah, I mean, he had no defender. Yeah, he had no defender there. Like, it's as easy as it can get. All right.
Well, Hunter pushes that out. Let's see if he can get that scooped.
Ooh, and the ground ball's missed. He flicks it back in. South Carolina just coming back up with it. I mean,
they're into a fast break.
Yeah, their stick skills are insane.
They're just pulling it out. They're not even going to finish it. They're pulling it out and killing seconds.
It's a respectful thing to do. I'd give it to them.
Well, I don't know. It's a smart thing to do with this in this situation.
Yeah.
Up by 6, just under 11 minutes. You want to kill seconds.
UofA defense really getting work tonight. I'm sure they're feeling a little bit of it. Ooh. Oh, and a great save from Jaheim. He needs to get back in goal. And another shot. Bottom corner number. It's going to be number 29 for the Gamecocks. Colin Jung. And he's actually, I'm surprised that that's his first goal of the night because he is the leader in the stats that we see. So that's going to be his first goal of the game, putting him at 21 for the season.
Well, that takes it to a 7-point ball game here with 10 minutes left in the quarter in the game. needless to say, Arizona's going to have to work very quickly here.
Oh, and a ball drop. Kirby had it, unfortunately, just dropped. But U of A really needs to focus on, too, just not getting any more fouls for the rest of the game. Because they can't afford being man down.
Well, they're going to have to pay attention to the crease.
Yeah, that crease has definitely been hurting. It's hurt both teams tonight. Ooh, and a great. And that hits the stick of Sean McDonald.
I don't think Sean knew that ball was all the
No,
way through
he
to
did
him.
it. He did it. He definitely wasn't looking. It was just one of those things. I appreciated his hustle, though.
Oh, no, he's hustling. That's.
Ah.
How does that.
Oh, and a save from Jaheim. That's scary as a goalie, having them right there in front of you, ready to rip it. Lockdown from the top, as they know that Zero is the leading scorer there. Wow. Those stick skills are amazing. "48 seconds on the shot clock."
Yeah, they're being
Still a lot of
patient.
time, yeah.
They got every reason to be so.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and a rip, and another one for number 0.
Yeah, there's just not a defenseman over there.
Yeah, that's going Casey Hurley. If you were an Arizona defender in that position, right, and they're just passing the ball around, would you rather pressure them or would you stay put and just try to make sure they don't score?
Well, the on-ball pressure, I think, is fine.
Mm-hmm.
But what I see happening is that they're. I don't want to say it, but it looks like there's ball watching going on out there
Yeah.
by how wide open these guys are close to the crease. And South Carolina, to their credit, they're very good at seeing how Arizona's playing them, and they've got enough movement in there that if the Arizona defenders are not paying close attention to their man,
They're gone.
they're going to be open.
Yeah.
And we've seen that happen a lot tonight, I'm afraid.
I'd have to agree. I was actually going to bring that up when they were down there. It doesn't seem like they don't have their head on a swivel enough, the defense. So I'm glad that you made that point. Eklund trying to feed. No, it just
That was there.
wasn't. It was there.
That was there. That's
None
the
of it
turnover.
just, did not connect. And you can't even say that there's too many defenders on that one. It was just.
No, that was a I'd call that an unforced turnover.
Mm-hmm.
I've said that word too many times tonight.
I know.
All right, well, I expect to see South Carolina play some boring lacrosse here for about 45 seconds.
Yeah. Definitely. They'll probably hold on to it until they don't have to. Ooh. Almost a turnover for U of A. Wasn't quite there.
Step in the crease. What happened there? I guess so.
That had to have been it. Oh, Jaheim gonna get pressured.
Over.
Yeah, they're gonna have to use this mill. Another. Ooh. Ooh.
Oh, I just got checked in the kahuna.
Yeah.
And no flag.
The kahuna. All right. Dodge from the top. Ethan Messer with the ball. Oh,
Was a
not
good
good
thought.
connection, yeah. Ooh. Just getting battered by defenders, man.
Here it comes.
Here comes the fast break.
Yeah, this is a full-blown fast break. Well, now he's going to be shut off there.
Oh, no, he goes for it. Oh, he hit that.
Top right corner.
Wow. Wow.
That was a very good shot.
That was, yep. Gotta give credit where credit's due. That was a great shot. Number 37, I believe. No. Try to catch that number.
I think it's this man that's trotting back down the field.
I know it's a defender.
Defender scores a goal like that, you'll
Let's
never
see.
see him run
What's
hard
the
back down
number?
to the other.
27. Okay, I knew it was a 7. That's going to be Anthony Romano. And actually, that's his 6th goal of the season. So he is not shy of shooting, that's for sure.
He's been there before.
Yeah, he's been there, done that. Yeah, he has the highest stats for a defender.
Oh, that's a
And
push.
goals.
Come on. Yep, they're giving it to White.
All right, Arizona's going to move this ball from the top. And an open shot for number 34. Let's see if he hits it. And it was just too wide.
And he almost had too much time to think about that shot.
Yeah.
I mean, he's going for the far post, which is a good choice.
Yeah.
Just didn't hit it.
I liked how open he was, though. It's nice to see it when it's on the other side.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Let's see if there's some cuts here or can find an open man. Oh, and another shot not on net. UofA still maintained possession. We got about 32
Oh, there's
seconds.
a good save.
Left. Yeah, great save. Oh, and
Got
UofA
the
comes
ball
back
back.
up with it.
All right.
Another. How many shots you think UofA got there?
I
5,
think about 3 of them.
3, 4.
Two off net and a save.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to play slow now.
Yeah, they're gonna definitely take some time off the clock. We're gonna watch. We're gonna see.
Well, Arizona, I'm going to see him stand up tall here and play hard through this.
Yep, that's all you can do, and it makes you a heck of a lot of a better player if you do that rather than giving up. And I mean, Arizona, what they need to do is
Here it is, ball on the floor up top.
See, it's a 50-50. Oh, South Carolina comes back up with that one. They just can't let anyone open there in the middle. Jaheim.
Another save.
Jaheim's going to look for his open man, and there he is.
South Carolina doing a great job of getting onto that clear. They got the ball back.
Man.
That's an excellent ride.
Yeah, that check hit it out of deadlifts.
Well, it was just a hustle to get to the ball. Oh, jeez, that's a nice save.
Great save for Jaheim.
You need to help out.
Yep. Yeah, those were 2 saves in a row. Ooh.
All right. Arizona successfully clears the ball.
Yep. They had their defender bring that one up for them.
He's got a good fake there. He had me looking for where the ball went.
Coop has always had that fake.
Yeah, he has, and he.
Oh.
Nice catch, Sid. Catch the ball.
Man. Another turnover. I think Cooper Rainey has to be pulled out. I think he's got an injury.
He's been hobbling around for a while.
He's hurting. And like I said, it's been a very physical game. Very, very physical. There's a lot of toughness, and it's not even illegal toughness. It's just they're playing gritty. We haven't really seen a lot of too many flags or penalties or anything, in my opinion. We got 2 more minutes left for the end of this game. Jaheim bringing this one up. Jaheim is a little scary. It's always scary putting in your goalies in that deep, but he did well on that. Oh, and a miss pass.
Over and back.
Yeah.
They're gonna.
Oh, and this is a fast break, 1v1. Him against, and luckily, he did not make that shot. I mean, you gotta guard your goalie, and that was just a really scary moment for the goalie there. Another turnover in the midfield. Gamecocks with the ball. And they're probably going to just try to run this time out.
Well, we're at the 1 minute mark, and so they've got game clock and shot clock. Shot clock's got more seconds than the game clock, so they're just going to run this out.
And I already know that their sideline is going to get ready to celebrate. It's going to be a big win for them down here in Tucson, Arizona.
It is a big win for South Carolina, absolutely.
I mean, there's nothing better than being the visiting team and being someone on their home field, and especially from so far away. I definitely think that they came in with a chip on their shoulder, and Arizona wasn't ready for that. If anything, though, to find some positives out of this, I think that University of Arizona is really going to have to reevaluate and really think about this game and what their competition may look like in the future for them if they make it to nationals.
Their competition is not going to be getting any easier for us in the game, rest of the season.
Yeah.
Arizona's going to be facing next weekend
Chapman.
Against Chapman. Chapman does not have a good record so far this year.
Interesting.
2-5,
Okay.
0-0 in the conference, but Chapman they play the toughest teams in the MCLA. That's their out of conference schedule. They've already gone up against BYU, Cal Poly. It's going to be a tough game next week.
Yep. Well, they have a lot to look forward to and a lot to learn from this game, I'd have to say. And so let's see if the Cats take that away. End goal, 16-7, Gamecocks win. This is Kiana Watchman and Bake Schaefer. We hope you guys have a good night.
So long.